Good afternoon, everyone. This is Captain Endo One for the Dark Stars Separatist. Today we're going to go over the Separatist event here and what to expect with it. Now, the Separatist event, there are two types of mods or reds you can kill out here. The first and most common for big players is going to be the Separatist bosses. These occur in three areas. The first is Peralian, the second is Constina, and the third, over in Klingon space, is Earthak. Now, each one of these spaces have different types of mobs available. So these reds in Klingon space are interceptors, basically the equivalent of what your T1 factions are. So naturally, your Romulans are going to have battleships, and your federations are going to go explorers. Now, alternatively, you can go to the 22 systems that are parked nearby, and that has elite separatists. These are much easier to kill. People should be able to kill these in mass. However, it will take a considerable period of time because the point values are significantly less. So what you do is totally up to you and your ship levels and how much damage you can do. It all just depends what you think you're capable of and how much you got on hand. Now, the preferred lineup you want to get here is Pike and Moreau, and depending whether you're going after interceptors and battleships, you want to have Talan, or if you're going after explorers, you want to go with Chen, and that will keep the damage these things do a lot lower. Now, if you don't have that lineup, your other red lineup that works is Cadet Uhura and Cadet McCoy, along with one of the other two, Chen or Talan. That is an alternative you can do. Now, the funny thing about these events, these areas are going to be pretty populated. You can see the bright flashing red right now. It's the red to orange. It's very common that people are out here. They're kind of killing them quickly. You'll have to get in, hope they're not outgunning to kill you, and get out when you're done. Now, the way the ladder works here, if you look at it, it's got separatist bosses and elite. Damage dealt to a separatist boss is worth 5 points. Damage dealt to a 22. Oh, there's also 17. I forgot about those. But 1 point for the 17, or 3 points for the 22. So the biggest damage you're going to get is from the separatist bosses, and it's all about just doing damage to climb this ladder. And ideally, I have to go up to 45 million points. That's at level 38. So it just depends on how quickly you can kill these things. Now, the leaderboards also have their own requirements to them. If you kill the things, the bosses are worth a lot. The other two elites are not worth very much for the Alliance or for your own daily. And regular hostiles and separatists also count similarly for the Alliance board. So what you decide to pursue, that's completely up to you. I'm going for the bosses because I can. Now, because for me it's not too difficult. I'll fly into one, run it with my crew, and I'll show you here one of these battles. And you can see Emmy's basically, you hardly notice that it took a hit. But on the other hand, this is a currently 2.4 million ship with the tier 5 and level 25 Enterprise. So most of you are not going to have that. So those of you who do not have that, you might want to look at either, if you can run this crew and kill it, you can run the Pike, Moreau, Chen. Another thing some people do, especially on the Explorers, is a burning crew. So if you run Kumak lead with Nero and one of your other officers like Javid, those are alternatives. Or you can also run it with Chen or one of those to try to limit the damage to yourself and try to make the battles last as much as possible. But you can see after that first one, I climbed pretty far up the ladder. These bosses have a lot of health. And, wow, okay, I'm actually done with the event. I killed a boss here, but I can kill a lot more. So at this point, for me, it's just getting out here and killing these things until I just get bored with it. But that's completely your call, what you want to run with. You don't have to run out here and kill everything in sight for the Alliance if you're small. But if you do want to go ahead and do that, that's an option for you as well. So if you have any questions, please ask in game chat or Discord. I'll try to address accordingly. This event's pretty straightforward here. Doesn't really take much to do it, especially if you can kill the hostile bosses. But it's just a matter of patience and persistence. So that's all that I have for this video. I just want to give you guys an idea of what this event entails and what you need to do for it. Until the next time, this is Captain Endo 1 for Dark Star Strategist. Live long and prosper. Signing out.